Hey, everybody. I'm Camila Ramon.
And I'm Melissa Ortiz.
And this is Hasta Abajo. Meli, we have catching up to do this week.
Girl, we do.
A lot of things have been going on in our lives. We have both been traveling like crazy. I am finally back home for quite some time, but we were just in Puerto Rico together. By the time this airs, the concerts will have wrapped in Puerto Rico and it'll have been fully over. But I think that we both had, an out of body experience at the Bad Bunny concert. How are you feeling?
You think. I know. I know I am still recovering. I think because it was such an epic time, and I think we owe our audience a recap, like a full recap, because they were all up in our DMs, like they want to know more. So let's walk them through our weekend, right?
Well, yeah, but I think first off, let's just talk about how neither of us had really planned to go
Facts.
until it was we're going. You were trying to get tickets the week of, right?
Girl, I was posting stories on my IG like, anybody have a hookup? Anybody know that anyone's selling tickets? Like, how do I get some? Happy to buy them, whatever. But I gotta say, my agent came through, and yeah, it was awesome because
Shout out Jack. We love Jack.
literally, Jack, thank you so much, because the people at the agency that represents me, which is WME, they have a music department, and I guess someone knew somebody, and oh my God, that reminds me, I still need to send out a thank you gift. Thanks for reminding me, by the way. And the next morning, I get an email, and it's from Tiquetera, which is the ticket handling company of the Bad Bunny concert. And it's you have 2 reserved tickets. All you have to do is pay for them. And I go and I click it, and it's how much it cost me. It was $150 each. They were at cost. So that was girl, we were about to drop $800 on it, not gonna lie. So
That's not even that much.
no, truly, I know. So I was
for that.
done and done. And so Christian and I were we're getting on a plane. Thankfully for Miami, it's 2 hours, the flight. And of course, Christian is from Puerto Rico. My husband is from Puerto Rico and has his place there. So it was an easy yes. And that was the beginning of our Bad Bunny weekend journey. And then you come on.
I also I hadn't planned to go. I remember I was in the studio and the tickets dropped and I missed it because I'm not good at knowing when things drop.
Yeah.
I always miss everything. And if I were to be stuck in a queue, I would never make it through. I just have shitty luck. So I was I'm not even gonna try. It's just gonna be a disaster. And then I was like, it's fine if I don't go. And then I was like, wait, it's not
But it's
fine
not.
if I don't go. It's absolutely not okay. I must attend. So then I was like, fuck, you know what? I really want to go. So then I kind of made a video about it. And then somebody hit me up, and then JetBlue was doing a trip or whatever. And then they were like, do you want to go? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I would love 1000%. So I ended up saying yes. And then it was crazy. They had people playing bomba y plena at the airport. They had served empanadillas, which I'm sorry to all the Puerto Ricans that I called empanadas. They're empanadillas. I'm isn't it the same thing a little bit? And then they had pastelitos de queso or whatever. And then I got on the flight and they were playing Bad Bunny. So I had no social anxiety that day. So I decided to get up and record because everyone had Puerto Rico flags. So I got up and I decided to record, me walking down the aisle to Voy a llevarte pa' perre, that part where it goes, aprovecha que estoy soltero, single.
Dame más si quiere que te singa.
Exactly.
Wait. So when we eventually saw each other in Puerto Rico, you were telling me about this moment in the plane that the stewardess gave you a shout out, or the pilot.
Oh my God, yeah, qué pena. I was so embarrassed. They were like, oh, we have somebody very special on the flight. And I was like, who's on the flight? I was like, whoa, who's on the flight? And they're like, we want to give Camila Ramon a shout out. And I was like, oh my God. And then everyone starts people start cheering. And I was like, I was just so shook. And it was right after we had landed, we were about to deboard the plane. So Luciano was on the outside of me, and there was nobody in front of us to get off the plane because they really set me up. I'm so grateful for this entire experience. I do not take it for granted at all. We were like in the front of the plane. And the one day that Luciano decides to take his sweet time and like he didn't even realize that we had landed. His seatbelt was still on. He had like he was like eating something. And I'm like, babe, people are getting off the plane. So I was like, I was gonna rush him before this even happened,
Yeah.
but I was like, you know what? Let me be a patient wife. I was like, this is a great day for you to practice some fucking patience, Camila. Because if you know anything about me, you know that I'm like mad anxious all the time. So I'm like always trying to do shit like super quick. And Luciano like takes his time with things, you know, we're yin and yang. So I'm there and like the man is like, oh my God, we landed. And they're like, we want to give a big shout out to Camila. And I was like, get me off this plane. Oh my God. I was like, so like, qué pena, right?
Yeah.
And then, but I stayed calmly and I was like, yeah, take your time, sweetie, no problem. And I was twitching. Get off the plane. There's like another Bomba y Plena band or whatever. And then they like give me tickets to the concert. It was like so sick. And then we went to the hotel and that's where I saw Meli. I was like, Meli, come through the hotel because she was like swimming in the ocean like a mermaid.
I was.
I was like, where are you? She's like, I have a Walgreens bag because I don't want to get robbed so that people think it's trash.
Wait, here's the thing. I'll give you the background to this, y'all. No soy como una gringuita que tiene miedo de todo en el exterior. This is the background. Okay, so I'm going to the beach. My husband goes and plays paddle, and I was like, no, I want to go to the beach. I was so sore. My legs were so sore from a leg day earlier that week, and I was like, all I need to do is like float in the ocean for like 30 minutes. And so he's like, so what are you gonna do with your stuff when you're on the beach? I'm not gonna be with you. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm fine. He's like, no, you know people will steal your shit on the beach. And I'm like,
yeah, I was gonna say, it's not like you, like people get robbed on the beach wherever you go. Like if you leave your shit, like you leave your phone out, you're gonna get, like chances are greater to get robbed than if they're in a Walgreens bag. And you gotta play your cards right. It doesn't matter where you're at in the world. You gotta be smart.
So before I headed to the beach, I stopped at Walgreens and I got, you know, coconut water and all this stuff. And so I literally had a Walgreens plastic bag and that was like my beach bag. So I'm like, ain't no one gonna steal my shit in this Walgreens bag. So I was
and
like,
nobody did.
Nobody did. Yeah, I just was floating in the ocean, which is not a common thing for me because I am deathly scared of sharks. And the good thing about San Juan especially is that there's a reef like off the shore and that is where all the sharks like eat. Okay, so there's actually not ever really many shark attacks in Puerto Rico in general, but Christian has slowly convinced me over the course of time to like get rid of my fear of sharks, especially when we're in the waters of Puerto Rico because there are no sharks. So anywho, I was there just chilling, whatever. Oh, no one's gonna rob me. I ain't gonna get bit by a shark. My day is great. And then it got even better because I walked the beach and I went and I met up Cami at the hotel she was staying at. And
the DJ was so lit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I literally landed and Melissa was like, I'm here, come meet up with me. And I was like, okay, cool. So I didn't even change. Like I just kept my loafers. So I was that girl that just arrived from New York. I was wearing loafers by the pool, having a cocktail with my friend. And I was like, I think I had to take a business call. So I was like literally wearing loafers by the pool. Anyway.
Yeah.
We hung out for a little bit and then we decided to get ready. We got ready for the concert. Went to the concert.
No, wait.
And then
before the concert, I met you at the hotel, which there's a casino. There's a casino.
Oh, you won mad bread, didn't you?
I wouldn't say mad bread, but I won some bread. I won un pedacito de pan. I was like,
How much money did you win?
I think I dropped like, I was just like, yo, I'm going to go to the roulette. I'm going to put, was it like 40 or 60 on red? And that's it. And
how much did you get?
I like doubled it.
There you go.
So I was happy. We winning. All we do is win, 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 no matter what.
That was one cocktail at the concert.
Truly. Okay, go on.
I don't know. We just went to the concert and then we got separated.
Yeah. But outside the concert was sick, y'all. Like there were so many vendors. It was a party outside of the party.
We had pitorro de coco for the first time.
We did, yeah. Well, you did. I've had it before, and it's I don't make that an often event.
I don't really drink rum, but it's nice to like try it like that
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
you said
Yeah, yeah,
that. You're
yeah.
like, "What are we gonna drink?" And Christian was like, "Pitorro de coco," and you're like, Like, what's today? Like rum." You're like, "Oh yeah, I'm not doing that. I can't do rum." And the next thing you know, you were doing rum.
And I was like, wait, that's the one from the Bad Bunny song. I have to drink it.
Yeah,
There's no other choice.
yeah,
So then we got to the concert. Meli was separated. The concert starts. Guys, the Bad Bunny concert is like absolutely magical. It's like 3 hours. He's not just like jumping around performing like a traditional reggaetonero. Like he is really out there. Like he's like acting. He's like really taking beats and like moments to make it really special. There's like really specific things that he has to hit, and the concert is literally 3 hours long, and he does not stop. I
Mm-mm.
was so impressed.
Same. And the crowd doesn't stop either. It's like wherever you're sat in the stadium, and I have friends that same night that were sat like kind of next to the far stage with not like what they said a good view. It said like limited view.
Hmm.
And they had such an incredible time. So like wherever you really were sat, even if you were like behind La Casita, you remember at the beginning of the
Yeah.
concert, people were like, "Oh, you kind of got screwed out if you were sitting there." And they have TV screens so you could see. Yeah, it sucks like the view, but like the vibes and the party is not like it's just nonstop.
Yeah, I don't think well, Un Verano Sin Ti for me was very special, but I don't think that I've ever been to like, and also because I saw it at like Yankee Stadium, which is crazy,
Mm,
but I don't think I've ever been to like a concert like that felt so much like a house party but also a performance at the same time, and
yeah.
just like a beautiful celebration of culture. I think I cried like 3 times. The graphics too, it's like very like artsy. It's really sick. It's like I think a perfect blend between like culture, art, and then also perreo intenso and ass shaking. Like facts
What a
for
beautiful
real.
blend. What a beautiful blend.
I went 2 nights to the concert. The first night I went and I sat at where JetBlue had given me the tickets, which was like close to the front, but like far away from the casita. And at one point, like everyone kind of knows, like, okay, this is the part where they like switch over to the casita.
Yeah.
And there's obviously people that are like, don't go back there, whatever. So I was like, let me just go to the bathroom and just like scout the scene, right? So I like go to the bathroom, I come back, and then I remember my friend was like, oh, I have a ticket. Oh my God, is this illegal? Should I be saying this on the podcast?
100% say it.
My friend was like, I'm at section 9, whatever. And I was like, she's like, it's one row by the casita. And I was like, okay, great. So then I wanted to say hi to my friend, right? So I was like, let me just squish behind her for like literally a song and then go back to my seat. So then I go, and then we're coming back from the bathroom, and the guy was like, where are you going? And I was like, well, section 9. And then he was like, come here. So we got escorted literally around to like the second row from the casita. I like go in, and I'm like literally like spooning my friend because it's like there's no space, but we're like still within the parameters of their 2 chairs because I'm not gonna be disrespectful to somebody who like paid mad money to like be there.
Yeah.
And then I look to the left, and Luciano's just like vibing in the aisle. I'm like, he's gonna get kicked out any moment. So then whatever. At one point I like look back at him, and there were 2 chairs that I guess like people had left the concert. I've heard so many stories about people getting into a fight at the concert and like just dipping, and I'm like,
Oh,
I'd be like, you go home, I'm staying.
truly.
So I guess people left, like 2 people left. So then we just kind of like stood there, and we were there for like literally like the third row from the casita for the entire time.
Yeah, you like texted me. You're like, "I see you."
Yeah, and that's when I saw you like tworking with your husband. I was like, this
Facts.
bitch is living her best life.
True,
I have
truly.
an incredible video.
Which will never be released. No.
And then the concert wrapped,
Yeah.
and we tried to go out to eat. We tried to go out dancing or whatever, and I was like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, we were tired. I think we left it all out there. Like literally those 3 hours that Bad Bunny is performing, I felt like I performed too. I don't know if you
Yeah.
felt the same.
Mhm.
But also we started earlier in the day. Like, I mean, I was hyped up since like 3 p.m. Like I think when I saw you is when like
Yeah.
really I was just like full of energy. And then just at the concert, he sang like all the hits I truly wanted to listen to. And I think my favorite moment of the concert, well, I have two from the night that I went. One of them was seeing on the top screen above when it says Puerto Rico está caro.
Yeah.
Like that for me was insane. It was incredible. And then second, and I can't not talk about my Bad Bunny experience without dropping this, is Evie Queen.
Oh my God, I was just gonna say that.
Girl.
That was not English. I was like, I'm gonna say that.
Truly.
Watching Evie Queen and Puerto Rico is something completely different. There's nothing like Yo Quiero Bailar,
Oh.
Te Querido, Te Llorado, like.
So like where we were sat, we couldn't see the front part of the house. It was like off to the side. So we saw the side and then of course the top of La Casita.
Yeah.
And I didn't even look at the screen. I didn't even see. Like, I was just, like, vibing. And when I just hear Evie Queen's voice, and if you know Evie Queen, you know her voice.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh! And my face, like, says it all. And I'm like, Evie Queen! Like that. And Christian's, like, cracking up because he knows that, like, I love her so much. And just like you said, like, in Puerto Rico, it's so meaningful. And she's not only a badass, but, you know, what she's done for reggaeton, siendo una mujer, you know, and el género is absolutely insane. And so to witness it like firsthand, I was like, oh my God. And I just got more lit after that.
I have to tell you something. I had her next to me. Like,
Wait.
literally, she was like right here.
What?
I know. She was like taking a video of like the concert the second night that I went, but I didn't tell her anything because I didn't want to bother her.
Oh.
But I was like inside, I was like, fuck, I love this hoe so much. She needs to know like how much I love her.
I can't believe
she
you
needs
did
to
it.
know, but I didn't tell her anything because I didn't want to disturb her.
I respect
she looked
that.
very calm.
I respect that.
Sometimes I do oftentimes like like I don't mind like saying like, hey, you know, like your work, come take my class. I don't know, whatever.
Please.
You should come to the studio. I always drop that. But like for her that day, like she was just so calm. And I was like, wow, she's an angel. Her
Yeah.
hair is so beautiful. I was just like, I'm just gonna let her be, like not like harass her for
I
anything.
respect that. That happens to me sometimes, especially with like soccer players and like stars. Like,
Yeah.
if anything, I'll just be like, hey, how are you? You know, or like, hey, like big fan, great job, whatever. And like, I won't ask for a photo. I won't, but because, you know, you don't want to get in someone's like vibe, or, you know, they're in their own space in those moments. But so mad respect, Cami, honestly. Okay, so tell us about the second night.
Okay, so it was actually insane. My friends were like, hey, do you want to go the second night? And I was like, sick. Like, yeah, of course, I would love to. Little did I know that we were going to end up in La Casita.
How are you saying that?
Like,
so she's like, little did I know that we were going to end up in La Casita. You're saying that like so nonchalant, by the way.
Because I had no idea. Like, I didn't know. And like, we just kind of like ended up there, and I was like, this is insane. I'm like, my friends were like, take pictures, like all you want right now, you know, like before like people get here. I think it was like a night where like there was a lot of people in La Casita. Sometimes there's like apparently nights where there's like less people, and sometimes they like bring people from the crowd. I think the first night that we attended, they did that, but the second night that we were there, like there was more like guests or whatever. And they were like, oh yeah, we're not sure. And then they were like, oh yeah, we're going. So then I was like, this is crazy. So there's like a little bar inside the house where they're serving like these like delicious cocktails, and they have pitorro de coco. And let me tell you, the pitorro de coco that they have there is so different from the pitorro de coco that they have outside. Like, it's so much better. I was like, oh shit, the other one was fucking trash. Like, this is a pitorro de coco.
Damn.
And it was sick. Like, I was just I was shook. There was like people everywhere, like celebrities, athletes, like and I was just like, I can't believe that I'm here. Like, it was insane. So I just like, honestly, we just had the time of our lives. I got to hang out with my friends there, and I was like looking at people, and like I saw some people from like Peloton that recognized me, were saying hi, and I was like, this is so cool, this is so sick. And it's so random too that out of all the nights that I go and I end up there, like Fade also performed.
Yes.
Which he was like in and out too. Like, he was just like performing or whatever.
Yeah.
What was it? There was a part where in La Casita, like they perform it like by the front door. So like if you're walking like in or out or whatever, like you're in the shot. Right.
Okay.
So, but then there was this like lady that was there, and she was like there the whole time, like by the door. And then Fade comes out, and I guess she was like bored of like being by there already. But then she like gets on her phone, and I look at the jumbotron, and like she's on her phone on the Jumbotron and Fade's performing in front of her. I was like, this is so crazy. I'm like, this is wild.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, honestly, like I saw her, I was like, you're not gonna do my boy like that. So I just like went there, vibed out by the door, and then dipped. Like, and that was it.
Just you're like vibed out by the door, and then all of a sudden you're like all over the
I was
screen.
on the Jumbotron,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh shit, okay, cool. Like, whatever. Like, I don't know. It was very interesting. Like it was a crazy ass experience. Like, and I do have to say, like at one point, like I still get goosebumps thinking of this moment. Like I'm in the casita and like Benito's getting ready to go out. So like he's like right by my freaking couch. I don't know. Like I'm at my he's like right there,
Yeah.
like behind the bar or whatever. And then los pleneros de la cresta come out. And then he obviously is going to come out to do café con ron.
Yeah.
And he's like, por la mañana café, por la tarde ron. But he like lifts up his mic. It's like watching Beyonce before she goes on stage. So like we're in the casita. The front door is right there.
Yeah.
He stands behind the bar. He takes a sip of water, puts the water bottle down right there. I didn't drink out of the water bottle, you guys. Believe it or not. I didn't. I could have though. He like lifts up his mic and he like warms up his voice just really quickly. He does one take of por la mañana café, por la tarde ron, puts his mic down, immediately turns around, jumps out, says the line again, actually singing to the crowd, and the crowd is like,
Wow.
and I'm just in the casita with my drink like this, like,
Holy shit.
what the fuck just happened? I just witnessed like one of the craziest things that I've probably ever witnessed in my life.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was incredible.
That
I
is
loved it.
so freaking cool. Okay, so what is your biggest takeaway from the entire concert or even like the residency, what Bad Bunny has done?
I think I was talking to my friend. It's like I think he's like changing the game as to like what artists are doing for their individual communities. I think that potentially we're gonna see a lot of artists like replicate like what he's doing in Puerto Rico within their home countries, and which I think to be like an incredible thing, an amazing thing. He's done so much for the Puerto Rican like economy.
Yeah.
Also, like I think they were saying it was like Tinder was like at the highest usage rate or whatever. Like maybe it's a hot spot for
Let's just say in 9 months
for the
from now,
cis,
there's gonna be a lot of a lot of
yo facts.
not a lot of babies
Bunny
named
babies.
a lot of new baby
Okay.
names called Benito.
Oh my god, I'm actually interested in that data.
Right? I know.
I think definitely there will definitely probably be a study about that.
100%.
What was your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway is similar to yours. Like I've been to Puerto Rico a lot, right? Just because of my husband. And I used to, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. So, and I always say this to my husband. You know, I would go to Puerto Rico and I love it. I love the island. I love the people. I love the culture. But for me, I would tell my husband, and I would compare it even sometimes to Cartagena, right? They have a lot of similarities. And I would tell Christian, I'm like, you know,
They do.
yeah, I was like, I love
Yeah.
Puerto Rico so much, but for me, it sometimes hurts to see like como que la cultura, it's being affected by the Americanization of being a Commonwealth. I literally would tell my husband this. I say, you know,
Yeah.
there's so many fast food chains, there's so many American corporate companies here. Houses are being bought left and right, you know, by Americans, and like I'm American, like I'm openly saying this, but
Yeah.
it's affecting the culture, it's affecting the people, it's affecting the country como tal.
Yeah.
And I would say this for years. And so now that I see Bad Bunny, like what he's doing, what he has done, it's like elevating their culture on a global scale. Puerto Rico is a miniature island, okay? But it's
I think about that all the time too.
yeah, but it's so powerful in the sense that like he ain't
The footprint is insane.
yeah, the footprint is saying, and he ain't wrong, and he says this, how many artists come out of Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
how many athletes come out of Puerto Rico, how many incredible people and professionals come out of Puerto Rico. And what happens is like, yeah, they all come out because, you know, it's from an island, you know, and they expand their horizons, and, you know, they bring their music, their baseballs or whatever, there's boxing, all stuff, athletes, their talents elsewhere. And so him bringing back the talent to the island is absolutely incredible. It's impactful. It's respectful. And I think it's really going to have long lasting impacts on the island, and it already has economic impacts of like $400 million. And so there's going to be long lasting ones. And like you said, I hope artists keep on, having shows or performances there. Do I think they could do it at the scale of Bad Bunny? I don't. It's going to take some time to get there for artists to reach that level, right? But
Oh, yeah, I wasn't saying like residency in Puerto Rico for like other Puerto Rican. I'm just talking about like, let's say for example, if like Fade were to do a residency in Colombia or something like that. You know what I mean?
oh, yes.
Like that's kind of like,
Please.
so like, yeah, if we
Yeah.
have like
Yeah.
Tini doing a residency in Argentina or whatever, something like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
where it's just a little like for their particular like countries.
Yeah.
One of the other things that I've also noticed about Puerto Rican culture that's so beautiful to me is that, at least for me, like I have had so many experiences with Puerto Rican people that have just helped me out in like such a nice way, in ways that like I've noticed that about, like so much so that I've like attributed it not just to like being good people y ser buena gente, but also like part of the culture is like hooking each other up or like helping each other out or like connecting each other for X, Y, and Z. And I think that that's also a testament to like the growth of the island. I don't know if that's because it's like a mindset of like there, like we have to help each other out in a certain way, but I think there's other like cultures, like for Argentina, like I can't 100% say the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's like a like bigger too, but it's been really refreshing to see, especially because now I work so tightly with the community, or like at least I connect with the community in such a beautiful way, that it's been really nice to see how like we interact or how I'm received.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, you hit it spot on. I also noticed that over the course of time.
I mean, you married one.
Yeah. No, and you hit it spot on, because one of the first characteristics or things that I noticed when I first started dating my husband was like, wow, he like helps with everything. And not gonna lie, like this is when you gain mad points con los suegros. Is like
Right.
he would we were just like dating, and he would come over my parents' house and help my dad like build stuff, or help my dad put up hurricane shutters when there was a hurricane about to hit in Florida. He would help out with anything. And this is literally like a few months in, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's nice. But then I also realized like that's totally part of the Puerto Rican like culture, because his parents are like that. They always help out no matter what. Like his friends are like that. If someone needs to move, okay, Saturday I'll be there, I'll help you move. Like, and I'm just like, holy shit, like Latinos, like we are like that. Like we're very nice, in Colombia we're very hospitable. But like this is like another level of helping and like niceness. And what you just said actually resonated a lot, and I never really thought about it past then. But yeah, you're completely spot on.
Yeah, and I think one of the main feelings that I also left Puerto Rico with is like a feeling of community and like celebration. Like I'm so grateful that I got to spend time with you and Christian and my husband on the island and like share that moment that was so special to like us as Latinos. I can only imagine how special it was for people from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And then the following day spend time with some of our close friends and like just be there living something that was so surreal to me. Like I know that I'm speaking about it casually right now, but like it's actually fucking insane to me that I was in La Casita. Like essentially like I was on stage with Bad Bunny, and like I never take that for granted. I'm so grateful for every like moment and opportunity that I get, and I do realize like it's crazy that I was there. But also like I just felt at home, like me singing Zafaera while one of his dancers was like humping a tree, was like perreando con un árbol, like literally like the tree was pregnant by the end of that track. I was like, this is where I was meant to be. And like people that know me, they know that about me. Like they know that that's where I belong. So I'm just really glad that I was returned to my natural habitat.
I love it. Life works. Life will always work out the way it should. And it did.
I hope so. So I'm manifesting a ride with Benito in it one day, maybe.
Well,
that'd be sick.
I'm gonna get my ass to that class.
I will definitely let you know. Let's talk about like other Latinas changing the game right now. Your girl, Karol G.
Oh, my girl, Karol G, yo.
She just performed the NFL halftime in Brazil.
She did, and it was glorious, I have to say. She performed that halftime show for YouTube's first exclusive NFL live broadcast. So, which was awesome about that one that they broadcasted out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, was that like it clearly was on YouTube. It was free for everybody to see, which made it even more special because you didn't have to like find a TV. You didn't have to like you literally had access of it from your phone or wherever.
I love that.
Me too.
Gone are the days of pay-per-view.
No, truly, I hate pay-per-view.
Just give it to me for free.
Just give it to me for free. And so when I saw like Karol G, as soon as she opened, I was like, wow, she looks beautiful. First off, like hermosa, una reina.
Yeah, her outfit was sick. Did she have pineapples on her titties?
She did. She did.
I love that.
Same.
Yeah, and they were 3D, so that's what I love that even more.
That would be great for my bra size, to be honest with you.
Yeah, she's got something going on there for me. Yeah, I don't know how that would translate on my chest. Bitty bitty titty committee, let's go.
I'm dead. Okay, so then, she performed some of her greatest songs, which I loved, and I had every excuse to watch the NFL game because I'm a fan of sports, but I'm a fan of the football that you
yeah.
use with your feet, not the handball, but like mad respect to football, American football. But I don't really watch it that much unless it's like the Super Bowl. But I was like, oh, I'm a tune in, and I did.
I just love that, like, it's like American football, right?
Yeah.
But there's a Latin artist performing at halftime.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a testament to the presence of Latino culture in the United States and how important it is to our makeup. So honestly, shout out NFL for bringing our girl Karol G on. I think there could be more of that all the time.
Yeah.
Especially considering that we make up 20% of the population.
But
I was like, this is sick. And okay, so the performance, she starts like on a flower, and then she has the pineapple titties. She shakes the pineapple titties. Then she's wearing this skirt that's like flowy. And I was like, I love that she's not been wearing heels for her performances when she does like papacito and stuff, that she wears like chancletas.
Yeah.
Because I love a comfy girl, and I love a girl that's not going to be a pata sucia and take off her heels at the end of the night. So
same
respect. And I think it just like progressed. And I like, what I liked about it? I felt like it was very organic. Like it wasn't like overly like clean, overly choreographed. Like the movements that they're doing as dancers, like they are more free flowing. And I feel like that's just kind of like how our dancing is.
Yeah.
It's not just super like strict, sharp, boom, 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 hit the beats. I think it was really nice and like a beautiful expression. Also, like shout out Karol G because she's been learning Portuguese for how long? We saw it in her documentary or whatever.
Yeah.
But like she's singing Bandida Entrenada.
Oh, I loved when she sang that, and I also loved obviously what she's saying.
Oh, with the phone,
yeah,
and the pom pom,
yeah, and then the way that they were dancing, like,
yeah, it was mad cute.
Yeah, it was epic.
So I don't want to like plug, but I did do a Brazil ride. This is so crazy. I did do a Brazil ride on Sunday for my Latin American tour, which is back. Maybe you'll see your country on the list. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And I also did a Bad Bunny ride last week, which was fucking insane.
Seriously.
So if you guys have not done my Bad Bunny ride, go do it.
Oh my God. I think right after this podcast, I'm gonna go do it before I have to head to the field.
Love that.
We'll report back. And also the fact that the NFL are expanding its footprint, because, we would know the NFL as like the American sport, they're all over the US. But, they've had games played in England, they've had games played in Germany, and now this one that they just played in Brazil. So it just shows like the global outreach, the global expansion of not only sport, but also the effect and impact that other cultures can have on the sport, on this American sport. So I like that. It's like you give, you get, and it's all like influential, which also...
How did it feel to you as a Colombiana to watch Karol G up there?
it felt powerful, to be honest with you, especially that she's a woman. After everything that she's been through in her career, be it on a professional and or personal level, and just to see her perform for an American sport and league so big as the NFL for me was just like I was wowed. I was amazed. It made me proud to be Colombian and like a woman, but then also just like it further made me like be in love with Karol G and have the utmost respect for her.
Yeah.
So I think we need to manifest her to have her on the podcast one day. Please and thank you. Please and thank you.
Yeah, we would throw up.
Oh, 100%.
Right we would throw up.
I would hold your hair. You would hold mine.
Yeah, literally. One thing I will say too is that it brings me so much joy just to see like music, sport together, period. You know that's what we're all about, but also just like a Latina there, like, and it was just so dope to see. Like more of that, please.
Yes.
We're requesting more of that. The community's requesting more of that.
Please and thank you.
Do you want to do Hágame Famosa, Meli?
Let's do it.
Okay. So I have, in the world of music, I actually want to give a huge shout out to our girl Cheska.
Ooh.
Who has released a new track, Pon Pa'l Cielo.
Let's go.
And she obviously dropped Cherry. If you haven't heard it, you need to go check it out. And then in addition to that, our girl Gale, I don't know if it's out yet actually, but Ciao is ready for pre-save. I think by the time this drops, it'll be out. But like the song is so good. Like you need to go listen to it immediately. Yeah. Ciao by Gale. It's a hit. And if you listen to our last 2 episodes, because that's how amazing she is, then you'll understand like why it's so beautiful to like support her. And also her music is so sick and dope. Like I love a little pop punk kind of like situation.
Yeah, and we love Gale too.
Yeah, so that's what I have.
Cool. In the world of sports, I have 2 things. One of the things is that women's soccer signings are like on the rise. The summer transfer window, which for you to aren't familiar with what a summer transfer window is, it's a date where FIFA allows players to transfer to other clubs, but it has to be within a certain date range, and that's where all the signings happen and you get transfer fees involved. And so it's insane and also incredible to see like world records being how do you say? I can't even talk right now. World records being beaten.
Okay.
So just a few days ago, Alyssa Thompson, who plays for the U.S. women's national team, she was playing for Angel City FC. She got signed to Chelsea with a deal of £960,000, which is a $1.3 million signing.
Let's go.
Yeah, and there's been a few big signings. Like this also started the year with Naomi Girma, who is also a U.S. women's national team player. She kicked off the year with a huge signing to Chelsea as well for a $1.1 million fee. And then
shout out Chelsea.
Yeah. And then likewise, there's been other big signings to Liverpool, to London City, to Paris Saint-Germain. So like it's really cool to see these big name signings because that means that the valuation of female soccer players in women's sports is just going up. So incredibly exciting to see that happen. Women are getting paid. And then
Págame.
Literal. And then lastly, y'all, this is just like a PSA, a public service announcement that, the World Cup is next summer. And you are not going to want to miss out, and you are going to want to buy tickets for it. And by the time that this podcast is actually out there, we're just now going through what they're calling like the first phase of tickets to buy tickets, but it's actually registering to get tickets. So you need to go to like the FIFA website and actually register so that you get notified as to how to sign up, and then they start releasing opening dates to when you could buy, and it's all like randomized.
Oh my god, the pressure.
Yeah,
I have to do it. Can you remind me, because I'm so bad?
Yeah, I will
tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. So here, I'll give you the dates right now so that you guys just know ahead of time. So
okay, perfect.
What is a must is you need to create a FIFA ID and register at FIFA.com/tickets, okay?
FIFA.com/tickets, right. Got it.
The phase 1, which actually I think you'll still be in the window by the time this podcast is released, is September 10th through the 19th. So, and
Yeah,
that's
they will be.
yeah, and it's a lottery. It's a lottery. And
I never win anything.
I believe that's if you also have Visa, like the card, Visa card.
Okay.
Phase 2 is October 27th through the 31st, which is another lottery. Okay. And then phase 3, you apply for like match tickets and like the final game. So they're coming in phases, and the final phase won't be until the spring, which is like on a first come first serve basis. I know it's a lot to take in right now, but the most important thing you need to do if you want to try to secure tickets in this sale is to register
before the 19th.
It's the 10th through the 19th. So yes, before the 19th.
Perfect.
Okay. So make sure you all do that. And that's especially if you have a Visa card, because it is sponsored by Visa, like the FIFA World Cup. So that's just an FYI there.
Incredible. Thanks, Meli.
You're welcome.
I'm feeling much better about that information because honestly, I've been having a lot of anxiety this week. I have like a big project that's coming up, so stay tuned, you guys. There should be an announcement coming up very soon on something really exciting that's happening in my life, and hopefully that you will join me for in beautiful ways. That I'm like really unwell right now. I'm so nervous.
I'm so excited.
Chatting with you, Meli, has made me feel so much better about my anxiety today, at least. I'll definitely be texting you about like crashing out. My journal is working overtime right now. She's like overheating the paper. I'm gonna start a fire in my apartment because I'm writing so much.
Literally, you're running out of ink.
Yeah. Anyway, keep taking care of yourselves, guys, and stay tuned because I'm so pumped to continue to share with you guys. We have some really dope interviews coming up in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, Meli and I will still be here holding your hand and helping you along the way. If you need some more like mental chats or support, make sure that you guys check out our interview with Agustina Di Giovanni. She was an icon, and honestly, like I'm listening to that episode like on repeat, and I actually hired her.
Yeah, you did.
To work with me. So that's how much I enjoyed the conversation with her. So you guys should definitely check it out and check her out.
Amen. Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Amen.
So like to this date, honestly, it was so impactful. All right, y'all. Well, that's it for this episode of Hasta Abajo. You keep it real out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, your continued support. Make sure you keep not only tuning in, but sharing our pod with all your friends, your amiguis, your amigos, your amigas. And also hit us up in the DMs on Hasta Abajo pod on IG. That's it, right, Cami?
Yes, that's it.
All right, y'all.
Thanks for joining, everyone. Besitos. Bye.
Bye.
Hasta Abajo is an iHeart women's sports production in partnership with Deep Blue Sports and Entertainment.
For more podcasts, listen to the iHeart Radio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.